the Zambian perspective, why do you think this keeps happening? For us in Nigeria, this happens a lot, and we have still not been able to figure out why it is happening. There's been so many speculations. But from the Zambian angle, why do you think this keeps happening?
I I was really saddened when I saw reports of the xenophobic attacks on our fellow brothers and sisters, and to go back in memory, like in you go back in history, you notice that everybody 50, 70 years ago were so closely attached. Even if you go back 100 years back, like I remember I met my grandfather when I
Yeah.
was like a little boy, and he was telling me about how they used to walk to South Africa. So there's always been this unity amongst all these countries across the continent. And when you talk about South Africa, it's the rainbow nation. And what it simply means it's supposed to be welcoming to everybody, regardless of your color, your ethnic background, whatever, you know. And I have stayed in South Africa. I stayed in South Africa for 10 years. I never
Whoa.
experienced any attack. Yeah, I stayed there. Like that's where I did my last 2 grades of high school. That's where I did my college. That's where I did my film study. That's where I studied my recording. So I was there. Like my first project that I ever released was I released it from South Africa. So that is like home to me as well. So when I saw that, I was really saddened because I know of so many amazing South African individuals who don't really care where you're from, what you do, what your surname is, and they're there. Trust me. So when I saw that, I knew that it was probably just a fraction of individuals who felt a certain type of way. But it's a reminder that as a nation, I'm speaking about South Africa, as a nation, we need to sensitize as well as remind each other of the roles that each country has played for, you know, whichever region you're from, because we always and will forever support each other. So I believe it's just a minority or a fraction of individuals who feel they feel intimidated when they see brothers and sisters from different countries. It's not the whole nation. So it's not a whole nation. I personally can't say South Africans are bad or this and that. It's just a fraction of people. So I'm hoping that we'll get to see more of campaigns or plans and strategies to sensitize everybody to know that there is no difference. You know, the borders that are there, they're not there to separate us from each other. They'll just put it in place to just marginalize and restrict us from visiting and moving around, you know. So we are one, we're equal. And I love everybody from whichever part of the continent where you're from, whether you're from Morocco, you're from Senegal, you're from Mauritius, Namibia, Tanzania, hey, we're all one, like definitely one. Nigeria inclusive, because we are inspired so much by what's happening in Nigeria. Like you guys have taken a positive step to broadening the horizon for every artist and every creative on this continent. So it's important for us to look at what you guys are doing and say, hey, you know, what knowledge can we get from what you guys are doing? So we need to work together.
Yeah. So I like the fact that you just went back to music from, social issues and politics and everything. Now, I was going to ask you about the fact that it looks like, pop stars all over the world are looking a lot more at Africa. Like everybody wants a level of
Wow.
collaboration, with, even like, I mean,
Mm.
okay, I almost said used a particular expression, but that might be, a little offensive to some people. I was going to say that the proper black skins, that's those that are home. So, there's some people that are abroad and they're not exactly sure where they're from, really, but they know they're black.
Yeah,
It's fine. Yeah,
yeah,
welcome
we know.
anywhere you choose to claim. If you like, you're Nigerian, Zambian, wherever, we welcome you. But like the Black Americans that are doing well in pop music and want to reconnect with a lot
Yeah,
of
the way we connect.
people. Yes.
True, true, true.
So why do you think that
I,
trend
I,
is
I like
right now?
I love the fact that Ratmi had an album that was just trending and it's like Afro pop, and I'm like, yes, this is the way to go. And one of the guys on Shoma Jose's team sent me a message. It's like a broadcast basically, and they're like, "Hey, check this out! Like John Cena was dancing to Shoma Jose's song on the Ellen Show," and I'm like checking it out. I'm like, "Whoa, wow, this is great!" And it's amazing how the pop culture, the African pop culture, has now started dominating. I feel we should not run away from our sound and our
Yeah.
support system. I believe that now is the time for us to even connect a little more. As an artist, I'll tell you, and I'll be very frank and honest with you, I have people that will tell you, hey, listen, I want you to do a song with this person. I want you to do a song with this person, because it's just normal. Like you have your followers that wants to see you go to a certain level and work with certain individuals. But I'll tell you, they are instances that I've heard personally from other artists say, hey, listen, I reached out to this person and they told me I should pay them $30,000 for a verse and this amount for a verse and a hook. I'm like, whoa, what? Wait, where is that money coming from? You know? And I'm like thinking, when I convert to Zambian kwacha, I'm like, whoa, I could buy a house from that. I could buy 2 cars from that just for a feature. Are you crazy? But I feel like we need to now work together even more, because we have the world's attention. We have the world watching, listening. I feel it's about time that we just said, okay, guys, let's just go all out. Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we connect this artist from this country and that country? Can we try and work on a song that will push boundaries? You know what I mean? Like, imagine if you have a guy from, give or take, Swaziland. I don't know if you know any artists or more than 4 artists from Swaziland. I would like to work with someone from Swaziland. You know what I mean? Imagine if you get a guy from Swaziland, Kenya, and Nigeria, and we put together a fantastic collaboration. Do you know what it does for the continent? And you get a remix and put an American artist or a European artist. That just gets to spread the music to a whole new, it takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
So in as much as I understand that it's business for everybody, but I feel like it's very important for all of us to remember why we're doing what we're doing and what we're doing it for. If you carry the African continent right on your shoulders, I think it's important to time and time again, remember where you're coming from and open the doors for other artists as well, the same way that other people have opened doors for you. To date, I'll still give huge thanks to Pato Ranking, to Stoneboy, to Ricardo Banks, to Vanessa Mdee, you know, to Mr. Flavor. These guys featured on my project without asking for a single penny. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing. The time that we're shooting a video with Pato Ranking, he just said, dude, I'm ready, come and pick me up. And he came, we didn't have any issues. He just said, okay, this is my time. I'm free between this time and this time. So if we can be done by this time, I'm good. And he came through. Not even a single, hey, listen, give me $50. Nothing. Up to today, nothing. And I'll always say, I love the way I work with these guys, because even as much as to other regions, I was an artist that people didn't even know, they still looked at what I was trying to achieve and said, hey, we can work with that. You know, so I think we need more of artists like that.
Okay, I think another option to asking for a $30,000 could also be something like, okay, let's record this music. Let me have, you're giving me credit on the song. So if we make sales,